Hello, my name is Jonah and welcome to Bisaya Classroom. So if you are interested in learning Bisaya, you have come to the right place. Again, my name is Jonah and this is my Bisaya Classroom. If you want to be notified on my next lessons, please click the subscribe button, okay? So that every time I release a video, you will be notified. We are going to have a very special lesson, okay? We have a lot of lessons previously, but right now, we are going to focus more on sounding like a native Bisaya speaker. So if you really want to, sound like a native Bisaya speaker, this lesson would be for you. We will focus on adding words to spice up our Bisaya sentences. But before we continue, I have a very special announcement. So if you notice, we have that join button over there in my video. You would see down below beside the subscribe button, I guess, you would see the join button. So if you click that button, it will lead you to my special class. I call that the determined class. Okay, so if you want to join the determined class, all you have to do is just click that join button, and if you are in that class, you will be prioritized on comments, shout outs. If you want to be if you want me to give you a special shout out, you will be prioritized. Also, what's more important is, if you will be there in the determined class, you will have the opportunity to request one lesson in 1 month. Okay, so if you like me to discuss that lesson, I will discuss it for you. So that's one of the many perks if you will join the determined class. Okay, so if you are interested, please click the join button below. It's beside the subscribe button. Alright, so let us start. So I call this lesson, a lesson for us to improve, for you to improve your Bisaya way of Bisaya speaking, or constructing sentences. So this lesson would really help you sound like a native Bisaya speaker. The question is how? Okay, aside from pronunciation, pronouncing the Bisaya words properly in a Bisaya way, okay, one good way to, sound like a native Bisaya speaker is to add certain words to your sentences. And that's what we will be learning today. We are going to learn what are the words that we can add on our regular Bisaya sentences to sound like a native Bisaya speaker. Okay, so I know that you are excited. I hope that you are going to be with me all throughout the lesson. Okay, but before that, I will be giving a special shout out to these learners who commented on my very recent video. Okay, so I have here Roan, Ethan Manani, Jason Lindley, Arnold and Argent channel, and Matt Glover. Thank you very much for commenting and sharing your thoughts on my last video. Okay, at the end of this video, if you're going to finish this video, you're going to learn how to use these words properly. So today we are going to learn only 3 words. We have Bitau, Lagi, Gani. Okay, again, Bitau, say it, Bitau, Lagi, Gani. Okay, 3 very simple words, and you can add them on your conversations, and your Bisaya way of speaking would really improve. You would really sound like a native Bisaya speaker if you will add this in your sentences or in your vocabulary. Okay, by the way, this lesson is requested by Hiroto Kun. He said, "Mom, can you make a video?" I don't know if it's a he or she, but "Mom, can you make a video about the words Gani, Lagi, and Bitau?" And when I read it, I said, okay, it's interesting. Okay, there are a lot who actually are requesting some lessons. Don't worry, your lessons are lined up. But again, as I have mentioned a while ago, you can join the determined class and your lesson request will be prioritized. Okay, so let's continue. Let's first start with Bitau. That's number 1. Okay, say Bitau, Bitau, Bitau. Okay, so Bitau, actually, let's go back. Actually, this Bitau, Lagi, and Gani, these Bisaya words don't really have that exact English pronunciation, you know? It's really difficult to find that exact English, sorry, not pronunciation, translation, that's what I meant. Sorry. English translation. So, instead of, giving you the translation, I will just give you the situations, the usage. When are you going to use these words? When are you going to add them in your sentences or statements? Okay? So, let's first start with bitaw. You can use bitaw when you agree or approve on someone. Okay? Or you can also use bitaw if you want to contradict your previous statement. So for example, you said something, then you want to contradict it, so you will use bitaw. You will really understand it later on. I will explain. Okay, so let's start with bitaw to be used as when you agree with someone. Okay, so this is an example. For example, you and your friend, you are talking and you noticed a girl. Her name is Rose. Okay, so that's the situation. Then, that someone you're talking to said, Guapa si Rose, no? Guapa si Rose, no? Okay, let's divide the sentences. Okay, let's break it down. Guapa means, what's the meaning of guapa? For my previous learners, you know guapa already, right? Guapa is pretty or beautiful. Okay, and then si Rose, that's our subject, so we are referring to Rose. And then we have the word no. Okay, no. When this sentence is actually not a question, okay, but this sentence is, although there's a question mark there because the intonation should be guapa si Rose, no, but actually it's not a question. It's actually, a statement, and the word no there means the speaker is asking for validation on what he or she has said. So he wants approval. He's asking for your opinion as well. Do you agree with what he said? Okay? Guwapo si Rose, no? Alright, and then you, the one who was asked, if you agree that Rose is beautiful, you could say, Bitaw, guwapa si Rose. Okay? Bitaw, guwapa si Rose. Bitaw, guwapa si Rose. You agree. Or you could say, this is another option. You could say, Bitaw no. Bitaw no. Okay, but the second option is actually a little different. When you say bitaw no, it means that you just notice it now that she's beautiful. A while ago, you didn't care about her, you never noticed her beauty. But right now that someone raised that point, you realize, she's really beautiful. Bitaw no. Bitaw no. Okay, so that's the meaning of the second phrase. And the third phrase is the simplest one. It's actually not a phrase, it's just a word, but it's a complete thought. You could just simply say bitaw, meaning you agree. You agree with the statement. Bitaw. Actually, you can use this word, to avoid arguments, to avoid conflicts, if someone is sharing his or her opinion and you don't want any trouble, so you just say bitaw. Bitaw. Okay, meaning you agree. Okay. Sayun ra ang lesson, no? Meaning the lesson is easy, right? You could say bitaw. Okay, anyway, let's continue. That's one usage of bitaw. Another usage of bitaw is when you want to contradict your first statement. So this is our situation. For example, you are with your friends. We call that barkada. Barkada, okay? You are with your friends and then they want you to buy something for them. So you would say, wala ko'y kwarta, meaning I don't have money. Wala, meaning nothing, I don't have. Koy, me. And then kwarta means money, okay? So when you say, wala ko'y kwarta, it means I don't have money. Wala ko'y kwarta. And then, when you reach your pocket, you are actually surprised that there's money inside. And because you really love your barkada, you love them, you want to really buy something for them. So in order for you to contradict your first statement, you could say, naa bitaw ko'y kwarta. Naa means you have. Okay? Naa bitaw ko'y kwarta. So you contradict your first statement. Okay? Naa means you have. This is the opposite of wala. Naa meaning have. And then ko'y kwarta. You have money. Now, if you ask me, teacher, what if we remove bitaw? What will happen? If you remove bitaw, it's still correct. The grammar is still correct. But it's confusing to the listeners. You would say, wala ko'y kwarta, and then later on, naa ko'y kwarta. So what's your deal? I mean, what's the true sentence? Is it the first one or the second one? But when you say bitaw on the second sentence, it means that that is your final, that is the real sentence that you are trying to say. And if you would add bitaw, it will make the previous sentence like a joke, like it will become a joke. Maybe you're just joking, or maybe you just committed an honest mistake. You just thought that you don't have money, but you really have. Okay, so that's the beauty of bitaw. It changes the whole mood of the sentence. And one tip: when you say the sentence contradictory to the first one, you say it with a soft smile, like, no, bito ko'y kwarta. So meaning, they would not think that you are lying on the first sentence. They would just think that you're just joking. Okay? And what's real is, you really have money. Naa bito ko'y kwarta. Okay? And by the way, there's a very beautiful part of bitaw. Okay, I will give you an example. Bitaw could also be used to, to say really. Okay, let's go back to the first example, or to our previous example. You said, wala ko'y kwarta. And then when you reach your pocket, you really realize that you don't have money. Okay, and then here's your barkada. They thought that you are rich, you have a lot. So they would say, they will not believe you. Wala kay kwarta? You don't have money? We don't believe you, like that. Okay? So, you could say the same sentence, but you will add bitaw. Okay? Wala bitaw ko'y kwarta. Wala bitaw ko'y kwarta. So, meaning, you are now saying, I really don't have money. Okay? Wala bitaw ko'y kwarta. So now, they will stop joking. They will believe your first statement. Okay? Well, again, bitaw is very beautiful. You can use it to contradict the first one, or you can also use it to, emphasize the first sentence that you have given. You understand bitaw? Okay. Now, it's time for us to move on to the second word. What's our second word? Second word is lagi. Listen properly. Lagi. Lagi. Okay? Lagi is used to emphasize something. You want to say that it is what it is. You have to believe it. Whether you believe it or not, it is what it is. Okay? That's lagi. Okay? And also, you use lagi for assurance. So you really assure somebody that what you are saying is true. You have to believe it. Okay? So to further understand how to use lagi on sentences, let's have a situation here. Okay, for example, you and your friend. Okay? You and your friend, you are talking, and maybe something happened, okay, between the two of you. Maybe you're playing, and a certain conflict happened. So your friend noticed that your expression changed from pleasant to unpleasant. So your friend would say, nasuko ka? Nasuko ka? Nasuko ka? Okay, nasuko ka means, are you angry? Nasuko means angry, and then ka meaning you. So, nasuko ka? Are you angry? Nasuko ka? Are you angry? And then you, of course, you would disagree that you're not. You would say, wala oy, meaning I'm not. Okay? Wala oy, I'm not. Okay? If you notice, we have the word uy. Okay? Uy is actually used if you're talking to someone close to you, or uy makes the conversation informal. So if the setting is informal, you could add uy. Okay? Wala uy. Or another option would be wala ko nasuko uy, meaning I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Wala ko nasuko uy. Wala ko nasuko uy. Wala uy. Okay? Meaning you are saying you're not angry. And then your friend will not believe you because your expression is really, contradictory to what you are saying. So your friend would again repeat the same question but in a different manner. So your friend would say, "Nasuko ka no?" Okay, so you remember a while ago I have discussed the word no. It's actually not a question, it's a statement, but you are asking for approval or agreement or validation. Okay? "Nasuko ka no?" your friend said. And then you really want to assure your friend that you are not angry, so you could say, "Wala lagi ko nasuko." Okay? Wala lagi ko nasuko. Or you could simply say, "Wala lagi." Okay? So, if you notice on the first, your first reply, lagi is not there. But on the second reply, you said, "Wala lagi ko nasuko." Or, "Wala lagi." Okay? So, if you are assuring your friend that you really are not angry. Okay? So it's actually very similar to Bitau, but when you said lagi, it's actually more reassuring. Okay, more reassuring, and it's as what I have told you a while ago, believe it or not, I am not angry. So that's the effect of lagi. Okay? Okay, next, another example is this one. So for example, you are on your party, on a party with your you are on a party with your sorry. You are in a party with your barkada, barkada, okay? You are in a party with your barkada and your mama called you. Okay? Your mother said, "Uli na." Uli na means go home now. Okay, uli na, go home now. Uli means you go home, you go back home. Uli. And then na there makes the sentence urgent. Okay, so in Bisaya, if you add na, it makes the sentence, it adds urgency to your sentence. Uli na. And then you would reply, "O." O means yes. Okay, O meaning yes. By the way, for the Tagalog, my Tagalog friends who are listening to this video, Bisaya people don't use opo or po when talking to someone we respect. Okay? We don't have those in our language. That does not mean that we are disrespectful. We just don't really have that. Okay? So we just simply say o. We don't say opo. Okay? We say o. Muuli nako ma. Muuli nako ma meaning I am going home ma. So Bisaya or Filipinos, we call our mothers ma or mama. Some Bisaya people would call their mothers nay or nanay, inay, or mommy, okay, like that. But in here, we will call our mother ma, okay? Muuli nako ma. And then your mother would again say, "Ayaw pagabii ha." Okay? Ayaw pagabii means don't stay out too late. Okay? We have the keyword there, gabii. It's night or evening. So you would understand that this conversation happened in the evening. So maybe you went out in the evening. So your mother is worried that you might come home late. So your mother said, "Ayaw pagabii." Don't stay out too late at night. And then we have ha. Ha is actually a very special word because when you add it on any command or on any request, the command or request will sound a little caring and affectionate. So if we remove ha, we would just say ayaw pagabii. You're just simply, commanding or requesting somebody, don't stay out late. But if you add ha, there's, that note of care or affection. Okay, usually mothers do that. Ayaw pagabi ha. And then you you want to reassure your mom that you are really going home now. So you could say, o lagi. Okay? O, and then you just added lagi. O lagi. Muuli na lagi ko. Or if you want to add ma, you could just say, muuli na lagi ko, ma. Okay? But again, it will depend on how you say it. Some children would say it in a sarcastic manner, like they are already irritated with the question of the mothers. So they would say, oh, lagi, muuli na lagi ko. Okay, so see, you are reassuring somebody that you're really going home, but the way you delivered it is like you're irritated, okay, with the care that your mother is giving. So please don't be like that, okay? Our mothers are only taking care of us. Okay, so now you understand how to use lagi. Okay, now we will go to the last word that we will learn today. We have gani. Everybody say gani. Gani. Okay, so gani, I actually placed it at the end because gani is a little confusing actually. So it might work like bitau. It might also be similar to lagi. You will discover later anyway. So gani, you will use that to repeat a thought, to emphasize something, or you could also use it to agree on someone. It's similar to bitau. Okay, anyway, let's discuss these three usage. Let's first start with gani, to repeat a thought. Okay, so let's have an example. For example, somebody is explaining to you and then you didn't get it, so you want them to repeat what they said. So you would say, unsa gani ni? Unsa meaning what, and then ni, this. So what is this? And then you add gani. So gani there may be translated in English as again. What is this again? Unsa gani ni? Okay, when you are asking about a thing near you. Okay, you remember my previous lesson on unsa, that word of the day lesson. You might find it in my videos. So it says, unsa gani ni? Okay, and then of course they have already explained it, but they will explain it again for you because you didn't get it, or maybe you didn't listen properly. Okay, or you could say unsa gani na, meaning you're asking about something which is a little far from you. Unsa gani na. Okay, so the speaker would explain it again to you. Or if you want them to repeat what they have said, you could say, unsa gani imong giingon? Unsa gani imong giingon? Unsa gani imong giingon? So, what did you say again? So, please repeat just like that, okay? Unsa gani imong giingon? What did you say a while ago? Can you say it again? Or you could just simply say unsa gani? Unsa gani? Okay, so it's simpler, but it's understood that someone should repeat what they have said because you didn't get it. Okay, get what gani, when should you use gani? Okay, if you want somebody to repeat something, just add gani on your sentences. Okay, let's go to number 2. You could use gani to emphasize something. Okay, for example, the first statement says, dili ko mahadlok karon. Dili ko mahadlok karon means I will not be afraid now. Okay? Dili ko mahadlok means I will not be afraid. Okay, the word dili there means not. Ko means me, and then mahadlok is afraid or be afraid. So, the dili ko mahadlok means I will not be afraid, and then karon means now. Okay, now. So, I will not be afraid now, or I will not be afraid today. Karon can be now or today. I will not be afraid today. Dili ko mahadlok karon. And then you would add, dili gani ko mahadlok sa una. Karon pa kaha. Okay? Dili gani ko mahadlok sa una. Mahadlok, you know already dili ko mahadlok, right? But we add gani to emphasize this second sentence or statement. Okay? Sauna means before. So you now are emphasizing that before you were not afraid. And then the third sentence says, karon pa kaha. How much more now? Karon pa kaha means how much more now? Dili ko mahadlo karon. I will not be afraid daw. Dili gani ko mahadlok sa una. I was not afraid before. Karon pa kaha. How much more now? Okay? Let's say it again. Dili ko mahadlok karon. Dili gani ko mahadlok sa una. Karon pa kaha. Okay? So, you now got what gani is. So, it emphasizes the fact that before you were not afraid. Okay? Also, you could use gani to agree on someone. This is similar to bitaw, but there's a little difference, okay? So, for example, you and your friend are on a dress shop, okay? Then your friend says, dapat kani akong gipili nga sanina. Again, dapat kani akong gipili nga sanina. So, dapat kani means it should be this. Kani means this, pointing out to the dress. Dapat kani, it should be this. Akong gipili, so I should have chosen. Gipili means chose or chosen. Dapat kani akong gipili nga sanina. Sanina there means the dress. Okay? So again, this sentence means this dress, I should have chosen this dress. Dapat kani akong gipili nga sanina. Okay? And then you would reply gani, meaning you agree. You agree that you should have chosen or she should have chosen that dress. Actually, but the difference is a while ago, you are saying that you should have chosen that, but maybe that your friend did not did not listen to you, and now she has realized that what you have said is okay, so you said gani, meaning you said it in a sarcastic way. Okay, so now that's the little difference between gani and bitaw. All right, so now it's quiz time. I know it's been a very long video, but I hope that you are learning. Okay, so now let's check if you really learned something. So it's quiz. So all you have to do is just to choose the most appropriate word for this sentence. Okay, and remember the three words that we have focused on. So the first one is bitaw, lagi, and gani. Okay, I hope that you have taken down notes. Okay, so number one, there will be only 3 questions. All right, so someone said guwapo ang lugar no. So guwapo ang lugar no, it means the place is beautiful, isn't it? So blank, guwapo ang lugar. What do you think would be the correct answer? Is it gani, bitaw, or lagi? Okay, the correct answer is bitaw. Guwapo ang lugar. So, you agree that the place is beautiful. Okay, next. So, here's the situation. What your friend said is unclear. So, for example, your friend said something unclear. So, you say, unsa blank imong giingon? So, what is the answer here? Is it gani, lagi, or bitaw? Yes, the correct answer is gani. Unsa gani imong giingon? Very good, correct. The last one, the situation is your mom does not believe you. Okay? So you have given a statement but your mom does not believe you. So you would say, muuli na blank ko ma. I am going home ma. Mama. What is the word there that we can add? Very good. It's lagi. Muuli na lagi ko ma. Okay, thank you so much. Good job, and I hope that you would keep on practicing. If you like this lesson, please click the like button. If you did not subscribe yet, please subscribe so that you will be notified on my next lessons. For my new subscribers, you can check out my other videos for you to keep on learning. This lesson is quite a little advanced, so I hope that you will go back to my previous video so that you will learn the basics. And by the way, again, I would like to remind you about my determined class. So if you're really interested to join the determined class, just click the join button. Or if you want to buy me a coffee, yes, if you want to buy me a coffee, just go to my description box and you would see there a link for you to buy a coffee as a reward for my video. Thank you in advance. Okay, it's really a very, very long video, and I thank you for being with me. If you want to say something, you can comment down below. If I did not mention some points, if I forgot some points, just comment down below as well. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and see you next time in the Bisaya classroom. My dog is so noisy.